Previously on Persona 4 Arena Ultimax.
I'll call it our very first go on a date with Teddy Grand Prix.
No one would enter.
How cruel.
Can I sign up?
Don't.
And now back to kicking monkey ass. Hello! This is NicoB, back with some more Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. We last left off and finished off Yosuke's story. And finally, we get to I'm moving on to the fucking Ultimax content. About freaking time. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I really enjoyed the arena stuff, but like I said, I thought it was a bit too repetitive. I don't know. It made it hard for me to continue it, you know? Like, it's like, and I feel like it kind of ruined some of the parts that I really enjoyed, you know? Because you would just the repetition. It was like you're sitting through it's like going back and sitting through the same movie again with, but this time we changed a few different things, and it's like, okay, but it's still the same movie, right? You know, so, but it was still good. It was still a really good story. Yosuke's was definitely the best, and I think it was actually a good one to end on. Anyway, you guys told me a few things that I should know about the characters I didn't play as, so, okay, so for Chie's story, apparently she, like, by the end of it, she is, like, becomes Akihiko's, like, new student or something, and, like, she's calling it master by the end. So that's kind of cool. I don't think any of you said anything about Yukio's stories. I don't know if anything important happened there. Teddy apparently takes in Labris and like protects her as her knight. But I think that sort of already got that from all the other stories, so I can kind of understand that. I guess apparently she was actually the one who thwarted the hijacking attempt at the beginning on the airplane. So that's kind of cool. And then also I think apparently she has a very heartwarming moment at the end with Labris, which is pretty nice, and that's kind of nice. I don't know, maybe I'll check it out another time, but, and then Mitsuru apparently had, I think that was probably the most important one, because at the beginning I said there was it was like with the safety department or something, she like, in order to get them to allow the shadow operatives to be formed, they had to like exchange for this box or something, which apparently causes a temporary dark hour. I don't really understand why. I'm not sure. First off, why do we even have a box like that? And why did we think it was a good idea to give it to these people? But they're like, oh, okay, here you go. Yeah, that's good. And I think that's like kind of what you guys told me. I probably have to play through it sometime just to understand totally, or I don't know. It might be something I'm totally missing, but they seem kind of weird. I'm a little confused why they would give a box away like that. And maybe they didn't know what the box did or something, but anyway, I don't know how much that's gonna play into this game, but into the Ultimax story, but it might. So anyway, I think that's about it. So, all right, I'm excited though. I've been really looking forward to getting to this part because it's, you know, a straight story and not like replaying stuff, at least as far as I know. So I'm excited. Let's do this shit, guys. Mysterious guest. I think some of the voices are gonna be a little different though on.
So you will not require our assistance. Is that correct?
There you go. Speaking of the devil, yeah. So, that's gonna take some getting to fucking used to. Man, I really loved Margaret's original voice actor. I thought she did a really good job.
Very well. In that case, there is nothing more to be said.
That's not my voice either. What the freaking fruity fuck?
As for your presence here, this room is ordinarily only accessible to those bound by a contract. You are fated to refine your power. You will most definitely require our assistance, eventually. Until we meet again, farewell.
Until we meet again, fuck off. Oh, I bet that probably wasn't you, was it?
Most intriguing.
Are you certain about this?
God, they didn't get it. They got someone who didn't sound anything like the original Igor.
Our domain is indivisible from the destiny of our guests. Nothing meaningless happens in this room.
Okay, so that must have been a new person in there.
Which can only mean that the fate of our visitor just now will be...
Margaret?
Pardon. I spoke out of turn.
Bitch, what did you say to me? Who's the one with the big googly eyes and the giant nose and the pointy ears? And what the fuck am I anyway? Am I an elf?
We are only allowed to watch over and assist those guests who are bound by the terms of the contract.
Indeed.
So, The young man Yu Narukami is tied to our recent guest's fate. I wonder what fate, or rather, encounter will await him. Yu Narukami. Now that's a guest who never ceases to amaze.
God damn, he's hot. Ooh. Interesting. So, but somebody new came in and rejected their help. Interesting. Interesting. They should get me to do the Igor voice. Come on. Please. It's May 5th, the day after we saw Labrys and the Shadow Opera's off. We're in the corner of the chaotic, as usual, Juno's food court.
I had a hunch this was gonna happen.
Well, your hunch isn't getting us anywhere. What are we supposed to do? There's not a single open seat.
That's just how it goes at Junes during Golden Week. And on Children's Day at that. If it wasn't this busy, we'd be out of business by now.
Today's Children's Day?
Huh?
I should have brought Nanako.
Oh man. Yeah, what the fuck? Narukami, you should bring Nanako wherever you go.
That's what you're worried about?
Watch the kids run around. I think back to Nanako's face when I told her I'd be going out. She looked like she wanted to say something. I feel bad I didn't ask her about it. Okay, so we're back at the point of view of you here. All right. I wonder if is it gonna be jumping around point of views, or is it just gonna be sticking to you this whole time? But given what we came to talk about, I couldn't take her with me. I wonder if she's watching TV alone now, like she usually
Yo,
does.
senpai, I got us some seats.
Ooh, good job, Kanji.
That's pretty impressive, Kanji, especially for you.
We didn't actually. I don't think we actually got to see Teddy out of his costume during Arena.
I've got my shirt unbuttoned down. Oh yeah. Babies, look at my silky white skin. Good God, am I pale?
Damn it, Ted. Leave the especially for you part out next time.
All right, break it up. No fighting, guys.
Wow. So that's the. Apparently that's not Troy Baker. That's another guy. But damn, you're right. He sounds exactly like Kanji, like a Troy Baker.
Right.
Wow. God, you're right. Good. You guys told me apparently he does a really good Troy Baker imitation. With Yu-Gi-Oh! Spring us on, we moved to the seats Kanji saved. There's a table for 4, with 6 chairs he found somewhere. After waiting for everyone to be seated, you just get clearest throat as if to drive away all the noise.
So it's a great day out and,
Dude, I don't think this is the time for that.
well, how else should I start off? Look at the size of this crowd.
I'd say I made the right call showing up like this. If I came in my usual costume, the little kids would be swarming my adorable bod. I'd be mobbed.
Oh yes, I've seen how the children tear off your fur from time to time.
Wow! Are you being nice to me, Yuki-chan? Has our love finally blossomed?
Huh? Of course it hasn't.
Shot down as always.
Drop down as always. Oh.
It's because you never learn.
Well, let's get down to business. We didn't get to talk much yesterday, after all.
Chie, we gathered here yesterday for seeing Labrys off. There wasn't time to calm down to talk about what happened. In the end, we agreed to leave the details tomorrow, which is
Don't
now
worry
today.
about the crowd. Let's start the investigation team meeting anyway.
'Cause I'm Johnny Young Bash, and do it as I say.
Yeah, though we are missing 2 people.
It's just not the same without our full roster of pretty girls. Oh, not only Rise-chan, but Nao-chan couldn't be here either.
Well, it's not like the other day, where we just lost contact with Rise.
Mm-hmm. She seems really busy. She said she had work during the holidays too. At least we got to talk to her yesterday.
I'm going to a porn shoot.
Yu's like, yes.
I'm gonna take you with me next time, senpai.
And Yusuke's like, motherfucker! Alright, every fucking time!
Yeah, Nato-kun's job is keeping her busy, too. I guess it's the same old for them.
Isn't Naoto? Naoto was already assigned to this case, wasn't she? Shouldn't she be working on this?
Naoto-kun knew things about what happened that not even we did.
Well, maybe that's what she's doing, again.
Apparently she knew about Mitsuru-san and her friends from the start.
Thanks to her, though, we got some good information.
Well then, let's get everyone up to speed on what happened using that info.
Yosuke's right. So much has happened these past few days, and none of us has a good grasp on it at all. All these different interconnecting paths and branches. So that's confirmed. This is what's actually canon material. That would be funny if they said that. We need to sort through what we've learned again. What's actually real?
Started it all. Midnight Channel again, I guess. I thought I was dreaming for a good chunk of it, so it's not really hitting me.
I can hear a difference. Once I pay attention to it, but it is a really good Troy Baker impression. I mean, it sounds like just like good old Kanji, so hats off to whoever did that. The Midnight Channel, that TV world we helped to restore peace in, ended up being used by someone else in the Labrys incident. Oh, hey. Oh, look, she had a little dress on. I wonder if maybe you saw that in Igus' story or something. Labrys is the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon. A girl with a mechanical body was stolen from the Kreijo group, one of the Japanese biggest conglomerates. Someone threw her into the TV world. But Labrys faced her other suppressed self there, and by accepting it, she woke to her persona. That mostly wrapped things up. However.
So who exactly was it that put Labrys inside the TV? And why?
At first, I thought the culprit was jealous of my popularity and tried to break us friends up.
But that wasn't it. Their goal was to disrupt our hearts by making us fight each other, and then steal our personas after they returned to being shadows.
It's funny, actually. Does it just mean Yu-Gi-Oh actually sounds more like Yukiko now? I feel like in Arena she didn't, like, I don't know. Like she laid on, I think it was still the same voice actor, she laid the accent on too thick. But now she actually sounds like Yukiko, like the good old Yukiko. Maybe they were like, alright, you're laying the accent on a little too thick, alright? You sounded all weird and not Yukiko-y. Alright, come on, now suck it in, let your boobs out, and give us the real Yukiko sound.
Naoto said as much too.
I don't know. Turning them back to shadows and stealing them. That doesn't sound like something just anyone could pull off.
Maybe not. But we know for certain that the culprit was using that method to try and gather powerful shadows.
Gathering shadows, huh? That's definitely not something any normal person would do.
It's like they're trying to harness the power of aliens or something. Or fucking Terminators. It never works. The atmosphere darkens after Yosuke's remark. During the silence, I recall the events leading up to yesterday. Yeah. We're gonna focus on my story, because my story's the best story. You NicoB going around just kicking ass. Yeah, fuck Yosuke's story. That shit never happened. It's all me. We had once again entered the TV world to figure out why the Midnight Channel was broadcasting again. When we found there was a strange fighting tournament called the P1 Grand Prix. At the heart of it was Labrys. And me, horny NicoB. Having gone through severe trials as a weapon with a heart, she gave birth to her shadow, a suppressed version of herself, which twisted her dream of wanting to be a normal schoolgirl. All resulted in P1 Grand Prix decided to pit people against their friends. And then a giant fucking bull thing came out of the ground and was like, bugga, bugga, bugga. After we entered the TV, we got wrapped up in a battle just like Labrys' shadow planned, and we were forced to fight one another. And Mitsuru came out and flashed everybody, her naked body under her coat. She was like, whoosh! That's what I keep seeing. Every time I see that, her like coat just flying in the air. Looks like she's just like ripping it open, like, behold! We also met members of a mysterious organization known as the Shadow Operatives who were in search of Labrys, and their leader, Mitsuru Kreijo, who's CEO of the Kreijo group. It was with their help that we conquered the tournament. Oh, there's Fuka. They were using the power of personas before we were. It was reassuring in a way to meet people who deal with shadows day in and day out. Man, like, I'm kind of bummed. Why the fuck didn't they have Fuka be a fighting character? They gave, it's like, if you let Rise be able to fight, why didn't you let Fuka do it too? I love Fuka. But the case isn't over yet. We couldn't find out why the culprit put Labrys in the TV to begin with. We don't even know who did it. Mitsuru-san and her people seem to have some idea, but that doesn't mean we can ignore what happened in our town. So we made the decision to investigate the case on our own too. Because fuck that shit.
That reminds me. How are things inside the TV?
Thought suddenly crossed my mind, so I asked Teddy. After we saw the first case, the TV turned into a beautiful place, but it wasn't that way anymore during the P1 Grand Prix. Wow, that lasted all of 2 seconds. Alright guys, we did it. We saved the day. And now the land is finally at peace. Oh, no, it's back to crazy again. Damn it. Whatever happened there if we saved Labrys?
Still the same. It should go back to normal eventually, but the P1 Grand Prix had such an effect that it's still noisy there. Oh, but...
But what? Quit mumbling and just spit it out.
It's hard to say for sure, but I sense these weird presences. They feel kind of like shadows, but not really.
Weird presences? You mean there's something strange in there?
I don't really know.
What could it be? The culprit, maybe?
Maybe, but maybe not.
Man, I bet it was a Dachi again. That little bitch. I'm gonna fucking find that little bastard. I am gonna make him stay down for good this time. I swear to God, that is just a Dachi hanging out in there, smoking a cigarette, eating a watermelon or what. I never understood. There seems to be this fascination with the Dachi and watermelons. Or was it watermelons or something else? Like, I feel like I missed like Like, there was some kind of, like, inside joke about Adachi and melons or something, and I missed. And, like, I don't understand. When in the game did that happen? Or was it squash? I don't even remember anymore. Maybe it happens, maybe it happens in the anime. Maybe that's what it is. We all look at each other after hearing Teddy's evasive answer. Saying the TV world can only be a shadow, someone besides us who knows about the world, or someone who can use a persona.
Huh? How would that make sense? The culprit wasn't a persona user, right?
He did say that he used Labrys because he couldn't enter the TV world himself.
Yeah, because he was a little wuss. Little punk-ass bitch. That's right, the only people who can enter the TV world are persona users. For a normal person to get in, they would have to enter alongside a persona user. If someone who doesn't have a persona falls in for whatever reason, they're in serious danger. Either the shadow's already dwelling there, or their own shadow might end up killing them.
So, wouldn't that mean this weird thing Ted's talking about can't be our bad guy? Or maybe the culprit can shove people into a TV even though he's not a persona user.
Maybe he's using somebody to do that then for him. But he also, the other person seems to have some kind of crazy powers of like control, right? I can understand Kanji's doubts, but unfortunately we don't have enough information around to say either way.
There's one more thing that bothers me.
What is it?
It's something Naoto said.
In one of those storylines, I tell everyone Naoto left me with yesterday. She said that when Mitsuru-san's plane was hijacked as a diversion from Labrys' kidnapping, the hijackers had no memory of their actions. They might have been brainwashed or hypnotized, but either way, it couldn't have been done by a normal person.
There's so much we don't know.
But no matter what the culprit was trying to do, if he was after us in the TV world, I doubt this case will wrap itself up.
I agree. Oh, then does that mean...
Level grinding? No, not in this game.
Too bad for Mitsuru-san, but we're gonna ignore her request not to get involved.
Damn straight, Yosuke. When Mitsuru-san and the people left, they told us not to get involved in the case further with the case. We knew why they said that, of course. They were worried about our safety. Still.
So the investigation team's back in business.
Yep. I feel a little bad doing this to Mitsuru-san, but we can't just leave this be. We can fight too. And heck, this is our town, so it's practically our duty to do this.
I'm in too. After all, I am Labby-chan's knight. Plus, I can't sit on the sidelines after seeing what this culprit did to my world. It had gotten so peaceful thanks to you guys.
There was rivers and trees and little birdies. It was beautiful. It's like, oh.
Maybe they felt this way, but I nod firmly after seeing everyone still in the
So
group.
it's decided.
We have to return the favor of getting stuck with those strange epithets, too.
Everyone looks away briefly after hearing this. These nonsense nicknames, yeah, they got broadcast during the P1 Grand Prix made no small stir in our daily lives. Though personally,
About that makes me so mad. What was that carnivore whose discarded womanhood stuff all about? I could swear people cross the street now when they see me.
Really? I was actually pretty impressed.
Huh? Is that how you think of me, Yukon?
No, that's not what I meant.
That reminds me. You seem to like that Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel nickname.
he's like, fuck yeah, dude, who doesn't love Nanako?
Did he?
Sensei, have you awakened to a new name? Should I call you Kingpin from now on?
I wonder if it's just my imagination that what Yosuke said just now hurt worse than the nickname. All I meant was that those nicknames weren't that bad. Still, I admit, I was honestly impressed at how precise each of those taunts were and striking at each of our hang-ups.
This sure has turned out to be some Golden Week. And after you took the time to come see us, too.
No kidding. Shit got stirred up the day you came back. Like someone planned it that way.
Everyone nods at Kanji's words, everyone except Yosuke. Like the others, he just shoots me a silently bleak glance. I know what it means, but I'll let him say it.
That actually does still bother me a bit.
What do you mean?
Oh, I guess the timing? It's like whoever did this was waiting for you to come back.
I agree with him. The incident with Labrys happened right when I returned to Inaba for Golden Week. It was time as if whoever set this up was just waiting for me to get back into town.
Well, I guess there's no need to think about that now. Oh yeah, where's Marie-chan?
Yeah! Oh, sweet! Yes! Because this game was made after Golden! I looked it up, but yeah, apparently the arena game was made before Golden, so that's why I didn't like show up at all. But sweet! I wonder if I actually get to fight as her. I bought her, so she have to purchase her character. Actually, I think she was one of the free ones that came with, like on the opening week or whatever. I got for free. I had to purchase Margaret's though.
She's elusive as always. It looked like she was buying something at Sozai Daikaku the other day.
That's cool. If she shows up in the story.
What? Nobody told Emi-chan that Sensei was visiting?
Well, it is Marie-chan we're talking about. I'm sure she's noticed that Yukun's back.
Oh god. Marie, she was another one involved in the first case we solved here in Inaba. We helped her regain her lost memories, and she now protects this town as a minor goddess who supports the townspeople here.
Huh? Then, why hasn't she shown up? I mean, if she knew that Senpai's back, you'd think she'd be the first to show.
Be the first one over here making out with him.
Where'd that lightning come from all of a sudden?
Whoa, that was weird. Like, literally, the sky was just blue.
Oh, look at those insane rain clouds. It's gonna start pouring soon for sure.
So I noticed that the thick crowd of customers here has gotten pretty sparse. So following the families hurrying back inside, we also got up from our seats.
Jeez, the weather report has been way off the mark lately.
That's why we need to get... That's why Marie becomes a weather reporter, of course. In the secret ending of Golden. That was awesome.
Oh, sorry, that's mine.
My shoulder's ringing.
Hello? Oh, Kasai-san.
Move away from Yukiko to give her some space.
That reminds me, Labris is a robot, right? Would she rust if she got caught out in the rain?
Nah, I doubt it. The Kirijo group developed her after all, and they wouldn't be that cheap.
Mid-chan's group sure is amazing. Her stuff is way better than Junes brand electronics.
Man, shut up, Diddy.
Shut up! And don't go dissing your own employer.
We write your paycheck. Josuke and Teddy snap at each other. Gia gazes up to the cloudy sky. When she notices me looking at her, she shakes her head and tells me not to worry.
Labris is with Mitsuru-san and her friends, right? I wonder how she's doing.
After the P1 Grand Prix, Labris joined Mitsuru-san's shadow operative since she has a persona now. As we speak, she and her companions are probably chasing the culprit who threw her
Don't
into the
worry,
TV.
I'm sure she's doing fine. If all goes well, we'll see her again in no time.
Yes, we made our decision to stick our noses into this case. That means we're after the same thing Labris and the shadow operatives are. It seems possible we might meet up with Labris again somewhere soon. Then again, we're doing this without Mitsuru-san's permission, so I can't say I'm eager to run into them. Hey, what's up? Oh, wow, fancy meeting you here at the final boss's dungeon.
Yeah, you're right. Man, I should stop being such a worrywart.
Hey, looks like Yukiko-senpai's off the phone.
Oh, welcome back, Yukiko. What was the call about?
It was the inn. It seems a group of our guests is still out. We didn't have any umbrellas ready for them, so I think a lot of them will come back drenched. Sorry, I have to go back for a bit.
Oh, right. I forgot this is a busy time for the Amagi Inn, too.
Actually, shouldn't we be heading home ourselves? Ugh, if this keeps up, I bet it'll keep raining into the night.
Raining, huh? That thing's not gonna come on again, is it?
God damn it. Everyone turns around at Yosuke's words. He says that thing, but we all know what he means. He's talking about the Midnight Channel, which came on a rainy day. The weather was just like this during the incident with Labris, too, as if to break the silence. We hear another roll of thunder closer than the one a moment ago.
In any case, let's meet up again tomorrow to check up on the TV world.
Okay, I'll see you all here tomorrow. And I'll make sure to let Risai-chan know, too.
I'll call up Naoto-kun, though I don't know yet if she'll be able to make it.
Cool deal. Well, see you guys tomorrow.
Well, see y'all later.
We hastily end the investigation team meeting before it starts raining. So I see Yosuke starting to leave after everyone else asking about the issue he raised earlier.
What do you think, Yosuke, about the timing of all of this?
Oh, that. I don't know, I might be overthinking this, but if the culprit happens to know you, would that give some hint of who it might be?
It's probably my fucking parents. God, they just... Maybe they finally noticed me. They realized I exist. Oh, that's sad. It was an understandable question, but I can't help but look askance at him. Askance? Askance? I think it's a word, but yeah. How do I say that? Askance? Askance. At him. If the culprit had investigated me, of course, he'd know something about me, but not my plan to stay in Inaba during Golden Week. It'd have to be a person who knows me, plus knew that I was coming here during the break. Is there anyone who would know all that?
Is it possible that it could be Adachi?
Oh, yeah. I knew it!
Adachi-san?
This time I'm caught completely off guard, and all I can do is dully repeat the question. Taru Adachi, the man who was arrested in Midnight Channel. He should be in police custody now. Which is ironic, since he used to work for my uncle as a police detective in Inaba Station. We do have quite a history, so obviously he knows about me, and I can't rule out that Dejima-san might have told Adachi-san about my vacation plans.
No, it wouldn't be him. He has a persona.
Oh, yeah, good point. Sorry, I wasn't trying to weird you out.
And he's in jail. Yosuke's tone is apologetic, and he scratches his head. But really, I should be the one apologizing. I didn't just deny that it could have been Adachi-san because he's a persona user. The real reason is that deep down I trusted what Adachi-san said about abiding by the rules of this world. But if it's not him, then who? I was referring to that letter he received from him at the end of the game. Whatever, I'm a dick. I lied. The gray clouds filled the sky over our heads, mirroring the confused anxiety we shared. Doom is coming. Doom. We're all gonna die. Oh, we got a bear on our TV.
And then Dad came on parent visiting day, so I made sure to raise my hand to answer all the teacher's questions.
Uh-huh, yeah.
And this Pokemon does this, and this one does that, and this one does this, and that one does that.
Uh-huh, yeah. I'm just kidding. I love you, Naruto.
Nico, you told that story 3 times already.
No, I didn't.
Naruto, who've been talking nonstop throughout dinner, sulks at Dejima-san, pointing at that out. Whether or not she'll admit it, though, I've definitely heard that story several times. And the parenting visiting day made her that happier. She was looking for any excuse to prolong a conversation. Whichever it is, Naruto seems happy, so I don't mind.
Oh, and guess what? I saw a really long car yesterday.
And also a guy with a really long nose in it.
That's me! Really long car. Rings a bell. She must be talking about the extravagant black limousine that Mitsuru-san or Shadow Octopus.
You mean the limo that was driving around town? Yeah, I heard about that. A big stretch limo in a sleepy little town like ours. I'll tell you one thing. They won't be from around here.
At least Dojima-san is the same voice actor. Dojima-san shoots me a glance for responding to Nanako's comment. He's a detective through and through, and I think he's noticed something's up. God damn it, you know what's going on too, don't you? It's always about you, isn't it? You and your fucking superpowers. What about me? What about Dojima-san and his fucking powers, huh? All I got is this fucking shitty tie and a gun. Guns suck. Sure enough, after Dojima-san says Nanako to stick with the empty dishes, he gets right down to business.
So, what are you up to this time?
So hiding anything from that piercing gaze. Gets to know we came in contact with Mitsuru-san's people. They were so dignified seeming that I had hoped even their outrageously long limo wouldn't stand out here, but I found myself actually relieved to be mistaken.
The day you were due back, a detective from the Metropolitan Police Department suddenly rang me up to ask about the details of that case. Not only that, but I saw that Shirogane kid at the station several times these past couple of days. Was this all just a coincidence?
That's...
Can't answer, huh? Well, that's fine.
Shimura-san gives a deep sigh and closes his eyes. That's odd. Normally he'd grill me for information and yell at me while doing it.
Look, I trust you, but this is different. Don't stick your head into the lion's den. You do understand that I'm a detective and pretty much your guardian while you're here, right?
You do understand I pretty much did all the fucking work last game, right? Strict yet honest gaze asked me to promise that much in return for not probing me further. I say yes, but in my mind I'm apologizing at the same time. Heading into dangerous waters was the same as the situation when I lived here. We have to be the ones to do this.
So long as you understand that. Then do whatever you want.
Can't help but smile at seeing Dejima-san look away and sigh. I'm sure that he's a million questions about everything I'm doing, but he's not asking them. It's because he trusts me.
Hey, you're picking on Big Bro again, Dad.
Are you guys fighting?
No!
No, not at all. We were just talking.
Really, Big Bro?
Yeah, there's nothing to worry about.
Neat.
I'll always be on your side, okay?
No. I answer her with a smile. Nanako looks up at me with a worried expression, but her reply is earnest. No. Nanako's the fucking best. God dang it. Dude, Nanako should be a fucking fighter in this game. She just has one move. She's like, where she gives you a big hug and you just die. You just die from fucking affection. You're like, God dang it. Too sweet. Diabetes. Dead. Out of the corner of my eye, I can see Dejima-san looking uncomfortable, and I can't help but laugh again. Oh, there's my Catherine poster. That's still there. It'd be kind of funny if actually I come back to my room and then in Ultimax it had a different calendar. It's like, man, I really like changing those calendars out. When I return to my room, I can hear the faint rumble of thunder in distance. The rain that was pouring down this evening has already stopped. I was kind of actually hoping if the calendar did change, it would change to like a Persona 5 counter. That would be awesome. Rain's pouring down this evening has already stopped. If the pattern holds, the midnight channel should stay quiet as long as it's not raining. Realizing that raises some complex feelings in me. I have to go back home tomorrow. Seriously? Dude, how long? I was like there for 2 days? I thought I was supposed to be there for Golden Week. Right? It's only been like 2 days. Jesus. As much as I hope nothing happens, I want to resolve this mystery while I'm still here. But wishing to solve the case means wishing for something to happen.
Make up your mind, you.
I inadvertently glance towards the TV screen reflective surface and catch myself with an odd smile on my face. Just a little longer until midnight. I have a habit, I check the time, and the moment I look back at the TV, the screen suddenly turns on. Oh, what do we got going on now? Motherfucker.
The strong win, while the weak disappear. Tonight, we will witness the hottest battles in all history. The goddess of victory is waiting to descend upon the ring.
Man, they should
P1
again.
fans, are you ready? Are you ready?
Oh snap, Reese's naked.
Time to let loose and all out war!
The contestants in the previous P1 Grand Prix have returned for another tournament, right on the heels of the last one. These warriors will create another legend here at the world-shattering P1 Ring! These are battles of honor, battles of will. Sparks will fly.
Balls
Some
will be
fight
kicked.
for pride. Some fight for glory. Will this be decided by pure muscle, or will a battle of wits determine the outcome? Things are heating up! Tonight, who will win the title of champion? Who
Oh,
will
yeah,
be
here we go.
crowned with
Me.
the winner's wreath? Whose tale of glory will resound for generations? All that remains are the dreams of the Warriors. As the Grand Prix plunges into its final chapter, the P1 climax is...
Barely getting started!
God dang it. Again with you, General Teddy?
Did you see that? What the hell?
Hello? Hey!
Uh-oh. Oh shit, that can't be good.
Huh? What's going on here?
Hey, it's Junpei!
What in the world? The town!
A red fog?
Junpei, what are you doing here? That's not
What
good.
Yoo-hoo! All you P1 crazies out there, sorry about the long wait.
Wait a minute. What? What are you doing back here? I thought you were... Well, shouldn't you be gone? I thought you were just Labs' shadow. TV shows a familiar classroom. If I remember right, that's the announcing room in the school Labs created inside the TV world during the P1 Grand Prix. Standing in the announcing room is General Teddy. Actually, just his head chortling away. Chortling away.
The P1 climax! It's the end of the world! One-on-one deathmatch that's worthy of the name Climax! And best of all, if you don't win the one-on-one tournament to the finish within the hour, the world will end! No punches pulled this time!
Holy shit! In the hour.
I'll make myself clear so that no one misunderstands. This will not be taking place within the TV world. It will, in fact, take place in the reality which you occupy. Enjoy it while you can. Alrighty then. Time to show off how that special stage is going.
Uh-oh. Oh! Hey, Mitsuru, how's that investigation going? Don't ask. Oh my god. This is kind of like Persona 3. The crosses. And this looks like the Dark Hour. So does this have to do with the safety people that made the artificial Dark Hour?
Is that Mitsuru-san?
Does that mean it's gonna be like one of those guys or something? Maybe that's responsible for this.
What will be the fate of our captured queen and her loyal minions? Then again, if we don't have a champion, everyone's a goner anyway. So she'll be in good company. Best of luck to all of you.
Display cuts off abruptly and the team comes to a silent box. Realizing a strange red light is filling the one's dark room, I dash towards the window. Town side is covered in an eerie red fog.
What is that?
Yeah, this is exactly like the dark hour. Right? Are people going to be in coffins, I wonder? The streetlights are off and I don't sense anyone's presence. That hazy light illuminating the town. It's the red fog. Seeing the town in such an obviously abnormal state snaps me back to my senses and I quickly look back in my room.
Nanako! Dojima-san!
No one answers. I rush down the stairs, check all the rooms, but no matter how hard I look, the two who live here are nowhere to be found. Oh! What in the world's going on? The P1 Climax or Mitsuru-san, they her people really captives? First of all, this isn't the TV world. Is this really still the real world? So what's happened to the townspeople? What if confusion and fear crashed over me as I sort through the information in my head? My cell phone won't even turn on, like it's suddenly broken. It's
Junes Food Court.
Yes, I need it. I need a sandwich. That's right. Whenever we had a case, that's where we always gather. Fiosuke, Chie, and Yukio have noticed this too, and they'll definitely be headed there. Teddy should be with his yes case. There's no need to worry about him. Kanji, though, he might head straight into the TV. Kanji power, go! I chuckled myself at the thought, a rare moment of humor in this looming crisis. I know where I need to go, so I'll quickly prepare myself. Whenever we need to fight, I always cloud my Ascami high uniform. Think I'd be wearing it again so soon. It's with a sense of trepidation that I open the front door. Uh-oh.
To be continued.
Ah, okay. Oh, and look, it already... Okay. Oh, I see. So it branches into it already. That's kind of cool. Ah, okay. That's interesting. I see. So I'm going to be seeing... So, unlike before, I'm actually going to be going and... Like, before, this is actually going to be from other people's perspectives, but it won't probably overlap like it did before. So that... See, this is how I think it should have been done, if they're going to do that kind of thing. Okay, so I crossed through here. Okay, I thought I was still actually going through this thing, so I thought that was like, damn, this is gonna be... Like, there's still like a million of these little boxes, and it's gonna take fucking forever, but okay. Alright, well, honestly, I've got time for one more, so let's go ahead and see what Naoto's been up to. So we are actually switching perspectives, alright. The clock's ticking echoes throughout the room, and I look up from the file I hold. Seems I yearn for some mental stimulation to distract me from the sheer volume of information I'm attempting to process. When I looked up, all that's before me are the tall stacks of files I brought in from the reference room. Even when I cooperated with the investigation as a detective, I'd only been in this town a few times. They must have ushered me into the drawing room on the highest floor of Inaba Station today in order to send a message. Don't draw attention to yourself. I lower my head to rest my eyes, and I spend some time thinking back at the conversation I had a short while ago.
I see. In other words, nothing suspicious is apparent in the current Kirijo group.
I'm kind of wondering, is this guy maybe have something to do with it? Because he's supposed to be part of that the safety department, right?
Correct. There are no factors that would necessitate detouring Mitsuru Kirijo or the shadow operatives which she leads.
that caught me off guard. I was like, what the fuck is that? Oh, that's right, I forgot. Naoto's voice actress is different in this game. Oh, it's so different though. I don't like it. I don't like change. I really like Naoto's original voice actress too. I don't know, I'm sure this one's probably fine though. I may hold my report false silent, pondering something. The director shows that he's most likely foresaw what sort of report I'd hand in. The oldest man before me belongs to the National Police Agency, Security Bureau, Security Planning Division, or in brief form, or in IE, the Public Safety Police. It was he who requested the undercover investigation into Mitsuru-san's shadow.
Mitsuru Kirijo seemed to have some idea who stole her cargo, yes?
You're telling me they got the voice actor for this guy, but they couldn't get the voice actor for fucking Naoto back? God dang it.
She did indeed. To begin with, the culprit knew the contents of the cargo, which even Miss Kirijo herself did not fully understand. It follows that the culprit in this case was someone with intimate knowledge of the Kirijo Group's dark secrets.
It's so different. It's getting forever to get used to.
How Mitsuru Kirijo deals with this culprit will surely shed more light upon her true motives.
Half of that is true, and half is sophistry. I need to discover the trump card that public safety is hiding. For most likely, that trump card will lead us to the culprit of the case, and the one who stole Labrys and threw her into the TV world. After a moment of silence, the man placed a stack of his thick folders before me. If he had prepared this in advance, then that means he was weighing his options. He knows of my intentions, and yet he must have made the decision that what they stand to gain is worth the risk.
Report to us again when you find out more.
Bye. With that, the man leaves the room. I don't know, just the moment his portrait faded, that door closed. Like, he just was sticking his head in the room and going, like, tell me when you leave more. Slam. Then the man leaves the room. It seems my game will fade off.
Whether I find out more or not, it's certain that something will happen.
Labrys' kidnapper hasn't been caught, and the case is ongoing. Even now, there may be developments somewhere. My friends on the investigation team must be having a strategy meeting at the forecourt around now. It's been a while since any of us have seen you, Senpai, on the conversation, so the conversation may have already digressed. So I got forced to sign the twinge of loneliness and drop my gaze to the file that
the
might
Kirijo Ergonomics Research Laboratory. An organization specializing in research upon shadows.
What I demanded of public safety was an investigation document on the Kirijo Group Research Institute, which no longer exists. The founder of that institute was Mitsuru-san's grandfather, Koetsu Kirijo. The contents of that report were filled with matters that were hard to believe. The Dark Hour, a different world populated by shadows that seems to intrude on the real world. The mysterious, almost alien artifacts known as the Plumes of Dusk that can induce a personality. Humanoid robots called anti-shadow suppression weapons that were developed to oppose shadows. The artificial persona users who gain their abilities with special drugs. Yeah, that was, I'm farting out on their name for some reason. Why am I forgetting it? Oh, damn it. I don't know why, I can't remember, but yeah, those three. Had I not seen Aiga-san and Labrys with my own two eyes, the supernatural contents of this file would seem ludicrously implausible.
A flood of shadows and the manifestation of personas. There are many similarities to what we experienced. The chief difference is that their catastrophe was artificially induced in the name of research.
I sense an unwavering commitment to duty from Mitsuru-san and her team. Though they, like us, are persona users, the horrors in this file must be why I detected a very different type of resolve from them.
I hesitate to look into such matters without their consent, but I doubt they would volunteer much.
For what I can deduce based on this, the culprit in Labrys' case is without a doubt related to Kirijo and Ergo research. The clue that leads to the truth has to be here. If by chance something were to happen to Mitsuru-san or people, we would need to know more about our common enemy.
Shuji Akutsuki. Took the position of chairman at Gekkokan High after Ergo research was disbanded. Mitsuru-san went there.
That was the guy with the glasses in the third game, who ended up going fucking bananas.
Deceased in 2009. Cause of death, falling from the school's observatory. Was it suicide? No listed family.
No, we kicked him off. We're like, boom! Actually, I don't even know if we did. Actually, I'm not sure if we did kick him off. I can't really remember exactly what happened, but he goes crazy with, like, the shadows and I think surprisingly he didn't actually. I thought he thought, oh, he's gonna have a boss fight or something. And he didn't actually. I think he just, like, falls off the roof of the building and dies. And it was kind of like, I don't know. It's like, I was expecting him to be, like, the final boss, and then he just dies, like, immediately after going crazy. And I'm like, oh, alright. There's no other information in regards to him in the document I gained from public safety. The simplicity of the section in regards to the Suji Suki, an obviously important person, oddly left an impression on me. I don't think you're gonna find anything about them unless you talk to Mitsuru about it. I finished reading over the material, but to be honest, it tells me little. Most of the principals involved are already deceased, including Koetsu Kirijo, Suji Ikusuki, and the persona users whose abilities were artificially awakened. Still, I do learn something. The culprit's objective in Labrys' case has similarities to the purpose of Ergo research, to deliberately gather shadows in order to fuse them together. If that was the objective, wouldn't the TV world have been an ideal place for the test?
It may be best if I check inside of the TV world once more.
Just poke my head in there. When I opened my cell phone to share my findings, scant though they may be, I noticed that the hour's late. It's almost
It's
next
a bit
day.
late to call them. Which reminds me, I think I heard thunder earlier. Could it have rained?
That word rain gives me pause. After the incident with Labrys, the Midnight Channel was broadcasting in. If our case is truly ongoing, does that mean it could come on tonight? Baffling crossed my mind.
Oh, my shoulder's
Call
ringing.
at this hour? From an unknown number.
Damn ringing shoulders.
Hello.
I got through.
Oh.
Miss Detective? Wait, no. Naoto-kun, right?
Hi, Labras.
Voice. Is that you, Labras? What's the matter?
We saw her. She was in a helicopter. She was that was Yukari up there too.
Listen up, because we got a big problem. Mitsuru-san and the others were on their way to Inaba, but they've gone missing.
Missing?
So we were gonna go look for them, but these weird guys came barging into the Shadow Operatives lab. I'm the only one who got out.
No, Yukari's with you too, right? I'm guessing they must be short of the Shadow Operatives as well, right? I mean, they gotta be. Shadow Operatives Research Lab was attacked. Could it be the enemy? No, that's not it. This most likely.
Calm down. Can you describe anything unique about the people who invaded your headquarters?
Oh, they're probably the safety fucking people, right? Safety department.
Unique? They came in a big group. They wore suits. They showed this paper-looking thing, and they said something about an investigation.
Fuck. Well, I didn't give him anything though. I told that guy that there was nothing wrong. So what the fuck is he doing? Because I thought public safety. I had my suspicions, but there could be no mistake. The creature group and public safety are formally in cooperation. Public safety privately has a low opinion of the Shadow Operatives, hence the request that I perform an undercover investigation. Oh. I must have found out about Mitsuru-san's disappearance and used it as an opportunity to launch a compulsory investigation. But Mitsuru-san's disappearance, could it really be related to the public safety's move? Labra said a moment ago that Mitsuru-san are people who were headed to Inaba. Why? Well, I think carefully, sorting through this information, I asked Labra for more details.
What's your present situation?
I can't go back to the lab, right? Even if I could, I wouldn't know what to do without Mitsuru-san around. But then I found out the Shadow Operatives got these special folks who only get called up in emergencies.
Alright. So that's where... I guess that must be why Junpei was there, too.
I just met up with them a minute ago, and we're about to go look for Mitsuru-san and them.
Understood. I'll cooperate as well. I'm sure the others won't say no either. We'll all try searching for Mitsuru-san.
Really? Thanks!
Labras, there's something else I'd like to ask. Why was Mitsuru-san headed for Inaba?
If I remember right, they found a weird shadow reading over there, so they were gonna go look into it.
A weird shadow reading?
Abnormal shadow reading is detected in Inaba, and Mitsuru-san are people who go missing when they head out to investigate. Even if this is unrelated to the public safety matter, I can't overlook this detail. Mitsuru-san are people who are Persona users and extremely skilled ones at that. If they are in a situation with no means of contacting help, then whatever enemy they must face must be formidable. And the first such enemy who comes to mind is the culprit who kidnapped Labras and forced us to fight in the P1 Grand
She said the
Prix.
reading spiked all of a sudden. Did something happen over there?
Nothing springs to mind. Oh, sorry, hold on a moment.
Check the clock on the wall in the drawing room. It's almost midnight. If there was an abnormal shadow reading, then Midnight Shadow will be involved. You found a room with
I'm
TV.
sorry, but let's continue this on the move. We should meet up at the very least. Actually, is that a helicopter I hear in the background?
Yeah, I'm surprised you can tell. We have a maid piloting one right now.
Personal helicopter and a maid piloting it? I never thought of my family as poor, but thinking back to the limousine. Well, I thought... Oh, wait, no, that was... No, it wasn't Yukari who was piloting. She was in the back with Labras. But thinking back to the limousine, the Grisha clan seems to be on a completely different level.
Let me think of a place where a helicopter could land around here.
Doom. Ah. As I continue to talk while walking down the hallway, all the lights suddenly turn off. Though it is midnight, this is the police station. There should be several officers still stationed here, even at this hour. However, in the defiance of these facts, an unnatural stillness pervades the air.
A blackout.
No, that's not it. The roaring helicopter rotors on the other end of the line have also fallen silent. My cell phone has gone dead, as if the batteries were drained. I try a few things, but it won't even turn on. Have all the electronics here stopped working so suddenly? I open a nearby door to get a better look at my environment. The empty room is hazily lit by an eerie red glow coming from the window. Walking to get a clear view, I gasp at the side outside. Now this pall has fallen upon this quiet rural town.
Red fog?
Oh, you know, funny how I sort of like... I didn't even comment on the fucking tower that's giant shooting up into the sky. Why did I not say anything about that before? And that's just like Tartarus. So this got to be have to do with that temporary dark hour, right? When you guys mentioned about Mitsuru's story. Seeing the town enveloped in fog, I can't help but remember last year's case. It's a foreboding feeling that the situation is taking a turn for the worse. I feel I have to leave the strangely empty Inaba station.
To be continued again.
I like this though. This is good. I'm glad it's. I don't know. I'm liking this take. I'm liking how they're doing this. You know, from different point of views, but it's not like overlapping content. You know, not much unless you're like one person talks to another person at some point, right? So I like that. I think that's a good idea. So, well, you know, Naruto's only took like 10 minutes, so you know, let's just do Rise's too. She learned to fight. I raised one arm towards the mirror-lined wall and closed my eyes. Oh, maybe practicing her moves, her dance moves for her dance all night game. In my mind, I see stage in the hazy shadow of a band. Glow sticks of all different colors shine in the packed seats. I'm looking at them for my mark and dig it with a spot of fluorescent paint. The moment the countdown hits 0, spotlight comes on. I reach towards the floodlight and become one with the stage. Oh yeah. Oh, we're gonna get a cutscene.
Say hello.
Yeah.
You gotta say goodbye to 1,000 lies, yeah.
Oh my God, love you.
Just those words you really mean. And let your voice be heard all over the world. Stand up.
Voice actress has a nice singing voice too.
It's me, come on out. Get ready for your true story.
Hey, this is the song she sang in Persona 4 Golden, right? I think it was. Ah, okay. I was like, wait. It's not easy being a superstar. Jazz hands. So I calmly calm my breathing and look towards the clock to check how long the performance took me. I see its hands pointing into 2, which brings me back to reality and hurry.
Crap! I didn't take my bike today. I wonder if I can make the last train. Night, everyone. I'm off for today.
Good night, Rise. I love you.
Yes, I know, Bob. Stop calling me.
I hurriedly address the people I pass as I fly out the studio. After a mad dash to the Kina station, I barely make it into the stop train.
Made it.
I take a breather as the train slowly pulls out. The last train on a holiday is usually pretty empty, so I sit in an open seat and I get my tunes from my bag. There's a new song on there that they gave me this afternoon. Today felt so long for some reason.
Well, it's gotten a lot later than we expected. Are you still okay on time?
Hey, is it that dorky guy that was her manager before? Oh my god! Oh my god, it's running Moshirige! And I learned to drive! I'm now driving Moshirige! Oh my god, that'd be awesome.
You didn't have to give me a lift, you know. I'd have been fine.
That's not the issue. Come on, I'm your manager.
The reason Inoue-san, yep, it is him. Inoue-san seems so happy is because of the news we got earlier. When our president called us back to the office from the shoot today, we were greeted with a new song for me and a detailed plan for my comeback.
Still, I had no idea that the boss was putting together such a detailed plan for your comeback.
Well, I'm grateful and all, but I just don't think I'm ready yet.
That's not true. We've all seen how hard you've been working. You're much stronger than you were. I think the boss is making the right decision.
Are you just flattering me, Inoue-san?
Yes.
Never intentionally. You sang that new song we gave you today after just a short lesson. You even memorized the dance steps in record time.
I thought that was the song that she sang with the other group, or maybe not. Or with in Persona 4 Golden, with her friends.
I wasn't any good, though. I got distracted by the steps and kept going off key. And I wasn't hitting the turns cleanly. I've still got a long way to go.
No. It's true, even as far as discussion of my comeback goes, if Inoue-san hadn't come up with an excuse for why he couldn't get in contact with me until yesterday, the plans could have been
Rise-chan, did something happen?
Huh?
I know that there's a part of your life you won't let me into, and that's okay. An idol doesn't need to tell her manager everything. But there's a difference between keeping things private and isolating yourself. You asked if you could get some days off during the long holiday, right? And you didn't seem too keen on today's session either. Did you have some other engagement in mind?
Sorry, I just got fucking kidnapped yesterday. Excuse me.
No, you're just cutting me too much slack. Thanks, though. It's nothing to do with work. There was something that made me realize how powerless I am.
Some people are supporting me for my comeback, but no matter how much I throw myself into rehearsals, all I can think about is how I was nothing but a burden in the instant.
Rise-chan?
I'm okay. Were you worried I'd quit again? I'm still set on getting back into showbiz, once I shake off the rust from my hiatus.
Oh, but not this time, Rise. You're gonna be fucking kicking ass this time. This time you got sweet ninja skills.
I can tell that much from watching you practice. Still, maybe you need a breather.
Huh?
The publisher consulted me about maybe rescheduling the photo shoot. When I told them doing it later would be problematic since you're still a student, they decided to reschedule for another time. So, take a nice break tomorrow.
No, Ai-san.
But things will be busy after the long holiday. The success of your comeback project is on the line here.
I really appreciate it. Can you let me off at Okina Station today? If I have tomorrow off, I want to stop by the studio and practice a little more.
You know, I thought this guy was kind of a dick in Persona 4 Golden. Remember he said some things to Rise that were pretty mean, you know? I don't know, he's like, well, now I'm moving on to the other chick, the other idol chick. See you later, loser. Okay, he didn't say that, but he was, you know, he didn't say it in a particularly nice way, I think, you know? And then he didn't tell it, he's like, you know, I really enjoyed working with you. You were one of the best singers or whatever I knew, and apparently I hadn't told her that until, you know, he decides he's not gonna, you know, he's already picked somebody else, and I don't know. I just remember him being I thought he was kind of a scumbag, but he seems really nice here, so I don't know.
Huh? But wouldn't it be late by the time you're done? Why don't I take you straight home?
There's not enough room at home. Please? I'll go straight home after I practice a little.
Well, all right. But don't push yourself too hard, okay?
I won't. Actually, though, you shouldn't coddle me so much either. Okay, Inoue-san?
Through the train window, I could see the countryside. With only a few lights here and there, the train was empty to begin with, and it only gets emptier as we approach the final
A
stop.
long holiday, huh?
Holiday was supposed to cap off with just work and rehearsals. Even when I heard Yu Senpai was coming back, I was the one who decided not to change my plans. When I told the others, they said stuff like, "Oh well, work's work," and hang in there. Kanji was the only one who acted like a kid, saying, "What's more important to you? Your work or Senpai? I mean, come on! Look at it."
Reminds me. Naoto-kun had to work during the holidays too.
Naoto-kun wouldn't get all the indecisive about these things. When I saw and take out my cell, I noticed I have an email.
Oh, it's from Yukiko-senpai.
Summary of what the investigation team talked about today and the time we're meeting tomorrow.
Junes at 6 a.m.? That's early. I bet some of those guys are gonna be late for sure.
I laugh, but it quickly turns into a sigh. I have tomorrow off thanks to Inoue-san, and while I'm happy to see everyone, I'm a little bummed out too. I couldn't do anything during that incident. I don't remember anything else about that day after I finished shopping for dinner at Junes. When I came to, I was already in the announcement room in the TV world under the surveillance of General Teddy. In the end, it turned out that General Teddy was Labrys the Shadow taking on Teddy's form. The Shadow was holding this event called the P1 Grand Prix and forcing my senpai to fight each other in it. As I was captured, they used my voice and likeness to goad everyone to hurting each other. I thought I sounded cool saying I had work, but I got kidnapped, imprisoned, and watched them use my face and voice to confuse everyone.
At this rate, I can barely face Senpai and the others.
It's alright, Rise. Yu Senpai will be going back tomorrow. I think about Fuka-san, who had such tremendous powers that she could help Mitsuru-san's group by describing what was going on in the TV world, even from outside. I wish I could be that useful.
The next stop is Yasuo Inaba. Yasuo Inaba.
Yeah, but for some reason she's not a fucking fighting character in this game. Why the hell not? Doom. And she's still in the fucking train. Oh. Damn, it really is late. That was a weird place to cut the announcement off. All of a sudden, all the lights in the train are off, and the train that had already begun to slow down to its last stop grinds to a halt.
Oh no! A blackout?
I got the window to check. A huge red moon dominates the sky, and in the direction the train was heading towards, there appears to be a giant red cocoon. Is that fog?
What is that? Inaba's that way.
Turn around. There's no one in the train. They've all disappeared. The train car was pretty empty, but I'm positive that I wasn't the only passenger before.
Wait, what's going on? Oh, right, my cell.
Thinking I might be able to find something that contacts him when I look at my phone I'm still holding after checking my email. It seems to have turned off by itself, since the screen remains black. No matter how many times I press the power button, it won't turn on.
Broken? Of all the times. Guys, you senpai.
From the confusion, a sensation I know all too well starts to rise in me. I can't believe it, but there's no mistake.
This feeling. It can't be. It's like I'm inside the TV.
What are the big circles on the ground? I'm moving before I can think twice. Inge opened the door using the emergency lever and jump out onto the tracks. I begin running toward the Inaba train station. Now's not the time to stay and cower here.
To be continued.
Alright, that was good. Oh good, I got through all the initial ones. Now I've unlocked you! A warp town. It's cool. I see, so it's arranged like in a timeline. So like this one's happening at the same time as this one, and this one's probably happening around that one. So this will be at the start of the fog with Yosuke, I guess. Alright, that's kind of cool. I like how this... God, look how many there are, though. Holy shit. It really goes on for a while. Whoa. Alright, I'm enjoying this, though. I look forward to it. I know I haven't actually fought any, but I'm kind of used to it now from the Persona 4 arena. But, and I mean, honestly, the story's really... I'm finding the story very interesting so far, so... and I'm liking the new setup a lot better. Anyway, like if you enjoy it, subscribe now to become a Piggy Penguin aboard the SLP, where the days are always sunny and the fits are always funny. Until next time, guys, stay classy.